Well, that's something you don't see too often. The Union flag, or as many of you might erroneously say, the Union Jack, unless you happen to be on the bow of a warship. Maybe any Navy ship, I'm not sure. Anyway, but in this context, it is a Union flag. A bit of a wind. And why is it at half-mast? Very unusual. But then again, let me give you a bit more of a clue. Floral tributes. That's the insignia of the Royal Parks. You are kindly requested not to leave tributes, artifacts or candles at this location. Please be aware that any tributes and candles left here will be regularly removed. Why is that? Well, you might have guessed. Anyway, there you go. That's the Victoria Monument. And there's, well, most of you, well, a good number of you will probably know that indeed that is outside Buckingham Palace, and that is where I am now. And here we go. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but you see that one sort of fella there in the red tunic. Well, you see on the other side of him, there's another, if you want to call it a sentry box. Okay, so that's a total of 4 sentry boxes, 2 on each side. Now, at this moment in time, there's only one of those sentry boxes that has a sentry, so therefore 2 sentries and not 4. When it's 2 sentries, it means that the Queen is not in residence, and when it's 4 sentries, i.e. 2 either side, it means that she is. So right now, she is not here. And of course, by now you probably know what I'm on about. Okay, let's go right here. Oh, hang on, there's some flowers there. There's a few. I dare say there's been a lot more, but they've been removed. And after Princess Diana had died, then of course there were, I mean, the whole thing was just full of bouquets. And it probably would be this time as well. Like there's somebody bringing some, I mean there are people bringing flowers, but not too sure what they want to do with them. And even if they are put out, I guess they're regularly removed every now and then. Some people, what's all this about? Well, I'm reasonably certain that you know by now. Okay, today is Saturday the 10th of April, and yesterday, Friday the 9th of April, and I'm around about 11:30 in the morning, the news broke that Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, husband of the Queen for 73, just seems amazing saying that, 73 years, 4 months and a week or something like that. They got married in November 1947, so coming up to 73 and a half years of marriage. And to me, just that one fact alone is just astonishing, just absolutely astonishing. And they'd known each other for a few years before that, mind. Not too sure how many of those years they'd been dating, because she is 5 years younger than he is, and apparently when they first met, she was 8. And then they met again when she was 13. But either way, still illegal, so I'm not exactly sure the precise chronology of events. They are, of course, second cousins removed, I believe. I think they're both great, or something like that, grandchildren of Queen Victoria, or there's something like that. Yes, I don't know. Is that legal? I'm really not sure. But anyway, here you go, and let's go. Let's go around this way. Of course, had there been the normal situation without this COVID thing, then I'm sure there'd be a lot more people here right now, and there'd be a lot more flowers. And strictly speaking, there are still coronavirus restrictions in place on people sort of gathering together and all this kind of stuff. And I suspect that this event is breaching many of those regulations. But I suppose, common sense has prevailed or something, or is prevailing, Yeah, so here you go. Yeah, you don't often see that flag at half-mast, and of course, as some of you may know, there's normally one of two flags that fly there. Whenever you see the standard, that's the one with the lion, the heart, it's kind of blue and yellow. Whenever that's flying, it's always at full mast, and that only flies when the Queen is in residence. And you might see that at Windsor Castle, where she is now, or maybe on a plane or a boat or something like that. Car as well, I suppose, I'm not sure. But anyway, at all other normal times, you see the Union flag flying. So it's one of those two flags that will be flying at full mast, either the standard or the Union flag. And that, as you see, is the Union flag, but it is at half-mast. And basically what happened is in 1997, after Diana died, the only flag that ever flew was the standard. Well, Princess Diana died. They couldn't really lower the standard to half-mast, because the standard is for the reigning monarch. And so at some point, I'm not sure if it happened immediately at the time of after Princess Diana's death or sometime afterwards, but it was then decided to have the Union flag flying whenever the monarch is not in residence, and then in circumstances such as the death of somebody like Princess Diana or Prince Philip, then the Union flag is to be flown at half-mast, which is unusual, and that's how you see it now. At all government buildings, it's going to be the same. A lot of government buildings over there, Downing Street's just over there. Where am I here? Downing Street's up there. So all those buildings are going to be flying the flag at half-mast, and I suspect a lot of other people will choose to fly the flag at half-mast as well. His death was only announced yesterday, just over 24 hours ago, so this is still early days, I suppose. But anyway, it just started to drizzle ever so slightly. Anyway, Najma, I am on my way back to the house now, because hopefully I'll be back there at 5 o'clock, so we can do some work on chapter 4 and beyond. Look at that, F&M, Fortnum & Mason bag, jolly good show. Okie dokie, bye.